Hello and welcome. I've set the harvester going. I just need to grab the 7 quickly. I'm hoping I've got a timer to check that after the first click over of the 15 minutes that my actual recording's taking place after that, I'm not taking any chances. We also need to stick this. We could be sneaky and stick this into the I keep saying the Omatana, the farm supplies production. I've got to get more precise with my wording, because Omatana makes so many things that it really is confusing to anybody to sort of say, well, what is he on about? Oh, I'm forgetting. Yeah, it's not actually. Oh, now has it got? Is it working? That's the only trouble. Sometimes when you do the V mode, it doesn't always work. I'm getting it popping. I've got the right thing selected for once. And it really should go in. We did. No, I don't think we have. Oh, hang on. It's not saved. It's not saved me our levelling of that. How bizarre. Or is it? Okay, that is bizarre. Alright, let's delete and re-add now. Will it give me the full 20 grand? It's a trick of the thing, so no, has it got anything in it? That is the thing you really want to be knowing, because obviously the productions should, just a little. I don't think somehow. Why has it not done that? It's rolled the game back, the levelling. It's not remembered that we did it. How bizarre. Good, it's not actually working properly this time either. It's not doing what it did yesterday. Okay, it looks like we're going to lift then. Which is a lot messier. It was perfect yesterday. Now it's a right mess. Okay, well. Yeah, it's still bad under that front end as well. Good and bad here. Yeah, that'll have to do. That is really annoying. So we can't. Right, we need to go to the proper silo. We are wasting time, and it's going to be filled. In fact, you know something? Let's just force tip it. That we can do. It is our land. Right, let's go. We're holding the harvester up. And it's not very good at self-unloading. I rechecked that I've got self-unload on, but it's not very good at self-unload. In fact, it's not very good as me being generous. It's probably the worst of all. Even the case starter harvester that I use as a starter harvester, the modded one of the in-game one, even that's better, and that's terrible. Right, straw's working, that's good. Do we set the baler going straight away? We could do. We could grab the John Deere and get that baling. Really? Because it does take a while. Oh, it did as well. Oh wow, sorghum does like it literally just destroys it totally. Why am I so calm at destroying crops? Because I've done it way too many times to get upset about it. That's the whole point as well. If you're going to have crop destruction, you've got to not let it worry you that it's going to happen. Because it's going to happen, slips like that, or yeah, it's going to happen. So if it's going to bother you, then don't have it switched on. But I mean, I'm just going for realism. I really am. Now then, it should stop. Get past that, so let's, while that is doing, we want to be grabbing the baler, which I think it was you. Yeah, and you've still got it on. Smash it. Let's get this going. So we need to be set in field 8, 12.1 meter, clear, load, activate. Fantastic. Yeah, this can manage it, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, what is the horsepower? Let's have a look. It should manage it though. I'm sure there's not many balers that are more than 175 horsepower. 140, so it's not got a lot of extra oomph past that really. So when you start to go, mind you, we weren't really going up in the hills. It was just, I found it a little bit. For saying it's a round baler, mind you, it's a baler wrapper. It's not as simple as it's just a round baler, is it really? Yes, I'm hoping this time that we actually get a little bit further in. Also, we've got other partners to put, but our money, yeah, we need to be sticking on selling now that we're on. That's the one thing I really am going to say this time, which I say way too many, way too often. I'll set you going, and while you're going, we will put our things on selling. I realised when I showed you in that quick walkthrough, I thought, why don't you instead? I mean, I've got to keep my productions on storing until we're ready to sell. And what I'm going to try to do is only sell one set at a time. I mean, the one thing that's going to confuse things is the BJ, but at the minute it's got nothing in, although it is going to stick. Yeah, I suppose that is true. We stick that off at the minute, and we just go for this, and we sell that this hour. Then we'll do the butter and that at the hour after this. I mean, ooh, who's blocked by an object? Who is blocked by an object? Yeah. What are you trying to do? Where are you going? I checked your course. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't check the course at all. You thought you did. It's field 5. It actually was doing exactly what you told it. This time it is totally and utterly your fault. It really is. Now that is more like it. Yeah, it was trying to obey and go through yeah, so there's only me to blame, really, now that how are we doing on the harvest, because this thing does fill up quickly. You want to be grabbing... No, wrong screen. Yeah, it does feel very quickly, with it being such a decent sized header. Well, it's not a monster header, is it? But is it like a 12? I think we've got. It's fairly decent to me. Or is it the 13.5? I can't remember. I know it's the Prairie Wind system, which means nothing to me. Whether that's just no, then is that going to confuse? Yeah, I was going to say, is that me baling this early going to confuse the harvester occasionally? Depends. It may do. Yeah, we might have to pause it. Now then, we've also got to buy well, we haven't got to buy, but I would like to. Now we can afford it. We need to buy the Anderson. I think I was quite in the right place. I think it's a little bit further out than I think it is. Yeah, it is. Right, we are going to go and, in fact, we'll borrow that vent because it's fairly fast. We'll drop this lot off at the yard. And we are going to grab... Well, we'll drop this lot off first. Then we pick the Anderson up and let's go in a little bit. I feel a little bit far out. Yeah, I'm trying OBS again because it is my standard. It's got a lot of fantastic features, OBS. From boosting microphone gain to all sorts of fantastic things. I can do it on my other, but I need additional software to actually boost the volume of the microphone, which is a bit weird because it's a HyperX quadcast. I've never seen anything like it. It's my toner 30 pounds one has got a better volume level. That seems really just not right. But hey, it is what it is. It works, so I can't really say it's faulty or anything, really. Oh, we want to be going left here. Yeah, no, we can do it. Now, I suppose we could really... No, let's... Well, we could really, yeah. We're not using these to the full potential. Yeah, we could stick the... Because really, we've got one implement in. I've got to be honest though, those pillars, they're not waste. Yeah, I might. They're not big. No, they're not big. I mean, you're only going to get a couple of things in, aren't you, really? I did expect that to probably happen at some point. Stick that in. And don't rush. That's the trouble. You start to rush and not panic exactly, but it's sort of like you think, oh, I've got to go quickly. Could be clever and send this down to the shop whilst we go and investigate and see what's happening. Yeah, that would do that really. I suppose what we need to do, stick that in between the two. That should be fine then, and we'll go back and grab that. Did it shut the doors? It did indeed. Fantastic. Right, let's get cracking. It is true. Sometimes I worry a little bit about creating content. It's quite often the farm and the map that throws up the story and the things for the story, which is another reason why I did recognise this on Greenwich Valley, was the fact that I keep traffic on, and I like traffic busy maps because it does have an element that does keep it alive and interesting and real. Yes, I don't really know why we've got the window really, because at the minute, well, there will be a time I would think when we probably do need to. No, yeah, Anderson. No, we weren't on that one. Yeah, I always confuse myself. It's way too early, way too easily. We check the sales we have. I know. Yeah, well, there's a lot in there, but just not anything that we want. Yeah. Fantastic. Let's stick your standards on. Because we're not doing that many contracts now, so you see, I don't like seeing those gangly wheels. Let's stick the standards on and get some better grip. Standards. That's what we want. Brilliant. Yeah, this is our smallest tractor. Now, how will that fare with the Anderson? Right, just checking that the recording's popped over. Just 1 second. I apologise, but just don't want to lose another section, and I set the timer to sort of show me that the first section has switched over, and it hasn't. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to stop the recording manually. Right, I've checked that. That is all good. We have got a timer. I'm just going to check the first couple, and then it's back business as usual. Hopefully, yeah. I was a little early actually. That my alarm went off, but it was at 13 minutes and 24 seconds. Basically, OBS, I've told it to. I do it in sections now. That way, if I'm going to lose footage, it will hopefully, when it works properly, which it doesn't most of the time, then really you don't lose the entire 2 hours recording, which I have done in the past. You will only lose a 15-minute section, which that's not so hard to cut out really as it is for a full 2 hours is so much to lose. It really is. Right, he's gonna have to wait for this. I'm not sure this is going to manage this. I think that's Courseplay. Yeah, when you get the judders, it's when Courseplay is trying to find out it's when it very briefly looks, this is terrible at fun, and it will give up very easily. But most of the old Courseplay in FS19 would literally bring your computer to its knees. The CPU cycles when Courseplay is searching for a thing is, I think we might actually be one of those rare moments where it actually finds, oh my life, we have it on camera. Now that is interesting because it's so, It's not done it yet. Sometimes it gets stuck. Let's see if it does it. This one wants putting down in the annals of history. Well, that is looking pretty good. Now I wonder then, because I've got to be honest, the setting is in Courseplay is to be on the headland. Now I do it on the edge of the field, and most harvesters are okay with that. But that's interesting because I'm actually on the field, and that's worked first time that I left it to its own devices so straight. Oh, so it might be that actually that is programmed to look on the field. I never really thought about it, but sometimes you get these freak things and you think, oh, well, I don't normally do that. I normally stick it on the edge of the field, because I've got to be honest, Courseplay can have transport lines that come on the field, and it's too difficult to keep track, I always find, of doing that type of thing. So I just play it safe and go on the edge of the field rather than in the headlands. But technically the headland is the first bit, which would be here, and it can be anywhere. The worst place you can ever do that is at the start point to the course where it branches out. That is the worst place you can do it, because it will always transport. The safest place is just after that on the headlands, where it would go to the. I'll show you. Oh no, he'll have done it already. The straw will have gone. I'll show you on the. I need to be in the harvester. Then I can show you the course. Yeah. If I pull this screen up and click on this screen, you will see. Now then, I always forget you can't see that mouse. Where that blue star is, where the lines go to the second layer. If you go just beyond that, that is the safest place for you to leave your trailer parked. Because the transport lines, which this field hasn't got any, so it would be safe to leave it. Oh, it has got some deep in there. A couple of transport lines, just that line there, I think. But yeah, on some, the outer line is the one that's. So I'm going to leave this there. Oh, we need to top up some fuel as well. Yeah, that's nearly out of fuel. So. No, the vent is busy. No, it's too far to run. It is. It's a. Let's grab that. And no, we don't need to do it. We'll just leave it where it is, because that also adds. Oh, wow, 46 tons already. Wow, I don't think sorghum was that. That is really quite phenomenal. Another couple of unloads. Right, so we have got the fence with. Yeah, let's crack on in the fence. That's what I was really doing, wasn't it? Yeah, that's what we're chatting. You're trying to do way too much, and my main concentration is always on talking to yourselves. It has to be, which is why when you're doing like manual bale loading, it really is too tricky. I can do it. I've done it a couple of times, but it splits your concentration quite badly. And then, of course, yeah, you either do a lousy job with the stacking, which that doesn't take much for me anyway, so. Yeah. Obviously, you do rely on your natural ability in the game. And also, as I've often said, we all have good and bad days at the office where you're on fire, and then other days when you like. And then, of course, you get tired whether you've got a good day at the office or not anyway. So, yeah, it's all. I do like that. I do like the net wrap. Yeah, it's struggling now. But it is only 150 horsepower, so. Which is a good solid workhorse, really. I would imagine that's probably the most farmyards on a small to medium size will probably only go up to 250 horsepower tractors, because there's not a real need. I mean, the fields that we had originally on this that were mainly small, although I don't know, field 1 was quite big actually. So in some ways we were set quite a challenge. In fact, it's still challenging now. The biggest tractor we've got is that, and it's 235 horsepower. That's not a lot. It really isn't. It's just a few horsepower under most reasonable implements. I mean, yeah, I think isn't the Ross much like 350 horsepower requirement for that plough? I did say that. Oh no, you'll not do that. You will not do it. do we save some straw for the animals? I mean, what we could do, to be clever, would be to make it loose by sticking it in the the farm supply and production. I've got to stop myself doing that. It would be put it in the farm supply and production, let it split it down into with its magic processes. No, I mean it is supposed to be a factory. So let's be honest, part of it was breaking down bales. Then it's quite believable that you chuck your bales in there and let it rip it down for you. Now that, oh yeah, this is quite way in. Little sorghum field in field 10. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I looked, and there's only one little field of sugar beet on the entire map. Surprises me because it's usually quite a popular crop. Yeah, this is struggling somewhat, definitely. It's building up speed very slowly. Can you see? Oh, now what will that be? Oh, no, it's only a partial block. That's the baler and the... oh, it looks like they've passed on the screen. Okay, we will investigate in a minute. Because that looks awfully much to me. It could have met a bale though, and it could have stopped. This could be true. I did say that. Yeah, that's why I thought I'd quickly grab the bales or start to get the bales. Now then, will this go in? I'm sure. Yeah, we had no problem with this last session. I don't know what's... It's... oh, I must have taken the... a couple of mods off. I have got to have done. Right, let's jump across. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just a little bale. That's all that was foxing me. Quickly go grab that and do that again. Yeah, I think I've got the mod myth. I think I was right. I think it was the fact that I was not quite in the right place. I think I've got the mod missing that does the yellow writing that I'm used to seeing. Yeah, there's a couple of mod clashes, a couple of updates. I've removed the grease, which actually I think it was pushed on by the Rodrigo Italia, the oh, I can't remember what it's called, but that one. So I removed it because I've got to be honest, I found it more of a pain than a pleasure, really. I mean, it's not quite right either at the minute, but I mean, I may try it again. I do like the realism elements of it, although I suppose sometimes you can have too much realism. Yeah, where in real life they wouldn't quite be that intrusive, but they are in the game, sort of thing. Oh, what's that? Why is that not indicating? Oh, it's doing that thing where I press it too quickly. Right, so then we need to be grabbing this line here because they're going to fox. Yeah, in fact, he's going to clack that one, I think. Yeah, let's say he's going to be blocked by that, which means we've got to... Yeah, and this is annoying because he's going to... As soon as I remove the blockage, well, it is true, then he's going to literally come straight at me. They're terrors. Let's remove this lot here. The outer line's alright. It's going to be all the way around where he's going at the present. And he's doing up down, so I suppose, yeah, that one there should be safe. That one straight ahead further on, that one's probably in the line of fire. And these line over here are also eventually going to be in the line of fire for the turnaround. So let's get them gone. Yeah, if you're going to do this, you've got to really, the baling, you've really got to like be quick on the grabbing the bales if you've still done it. That's why in some ways it's not always a good idea, but it's just that the baling does take a long time. Like last session, when I was waiting for the baler, I kept finding myself additional work because obviously the baler, it was all we got to do was bale, grab all of the straw, which is why I left it, because I knew it was going to be a big job. I mean, yeah, 600 tons of straw is a lot. Yeah, it is true actually. We could save ourselves on. I mean, the thing is, I always look at it this way: the straw is worth more to us to be converted to silage than it is as straw to bed down the animals. It's cheaper for me to buy in straw from other people who just sell straw than it is for me to allow us to lose productivity with the silage. And that's true of a lot of content creators have said exactly the same thing on that. So I'm intrigued to see whether I've been calling the 760 for lots of Let's Plays and almost thrown it out of the game, and it may be. I mean, I suppose, yeah, you shouldn't get too excited. It has unloaded before, but it may be that I've actually hit the nail on the head, and that really it has done it before. Oh, I think they're at an impasse. Let's just go in there. We might as well grab these bales as we go in there. They've met each other head on. I do love these Mexican standoffs. They are quite tricky. The only bad thing is about them, as soon as you jump in and the worker's gone, they'll bear down on you. Of course, but he doesn't see you anymore. You're like an invisible enemy. Oh no, you're invisible. It just doesn't see you anymore. And having a harvester wallop you in a normal tractor, it's not the most fun thing, really. So I'm going to have to reverse quickly. Because the second I'm gone, Horseplay will no, I suppose we could, to be sensible. Yeah, where is he going? Or she, actually. It's longer. Yeah, now this is where you really could do with... I mean, I know when you're using no-till, it has got a cultivator anyway, and it does do it. Auto. I need to set auto. I'm getting alright at that now. Most of the time I remember to actually do the auto drop. He says. Oh no, I was forgetting net wrap. Right, that's my timer. I'm going to give it another minute. Just check then to make sure that it's doing this process properly, because I really don't want to be losing any more. Now then, is Ray loading? Oh, it looks like it. It's not doing its waiting to be unloaded malarkey. Now then, I don't know where this, I think it was on this row here. I think. Yeah, it is really. It's worth far more to you as silage and energy for the energy business than it ever is as straw. So really, it is probably, yeah, if you've got a BGA, which we're fortunate enough to have one, then really you would have the things that would make that work the best. And if that meant buying and bedding from all the farmers, then that's the way you would do it. Let's be honest, it's all about businesses. No, really, yeah, no, yeah, that's still not too late to turn around or skid around. It's a good workhorse, this, isn't it, in the Fendt? I remember actually, yeah, 6 Ashes, Miss Silly P, he started with one of the Fendt favourites. It was his weapon of choice. Slightly different colour, it's all like the bluey green colour. Like aquamarine's not the right colour, but yeah, it was a little bit more bluey than greeny, not the normal Fendt colour. And he ran that for ages. One of my favourites. That was the realism that I was on about that time, where I shouldn't have gone through that. My arm was actually down properly. Yeah, but that was what I was talking about when you burst the bubble of because your arm's not quite down. It can't quite have been down. It's not quite been ready. Last session I didn't make that mistake once. Typically, right now I'm just going to quickly check that it has done the recording switch over. Let's have a look. That's 1, 14, and 13, 24. Yeah, it's done it. Brilliant. Okay, we are in business. It is doing it. Apologies for that. I just really don't want to be losing this again. It would be nice if one of these baling things worked properly so that you can all see what's happening. Right, last bale. Pay attention this time. Oh, no, those two are a little bit too close to each other. Although actually Courseplay is, that's one thing, it is attentive to its own buddies. It does actually see them, so if they get too close, they should. Although I'm not sure that actually works. I know if you do multiple harvesters and things like that, it does. I'm not sure. Oh, wow, that's painfully slow. I would not have done that in real life because it would just, yeah, the pick up of speed was... Yeah, there's a few mods that are clashing. I was trying to go into Forgotten Isles on my gaming laptop, and I literally clicked, and there's been updates to some of the additional info and things like that, and it just got stuck at 20% again, which is what it did the other day when I had to strip off all of my mods again. So it looks like, yeah, it's typical. I think everyone's getting ready for the 14th tomorrow, the update, and that's why I thought I wanted to get in a couple of sessions on. I've got a couple of sessions on White Farm and 2 or 3 sessions on this, so we've got a few. Got Agres, which I'm still uploading, which is, I've nearly uploaded the entire series because I finished that a few days ago, so I thought I'd like literally get in, yeah, get a few Saxthorpes ready, because once I start on the new map, Zelonska, then bottom line is I'm not going to be doing anything on Saxthorpe and that for a couple of weeks. I'm going to give it a couple of weeks. We're just doing Zelonska, and then it's going to be business as usual again, which is why I'm saying on this one, because I'm going to hopefully be posting this in a few days, and you'll catch up and realise, well, those who are watching like that, yeah, some people watch like all the episodes, whereas other people just particularly like one series, which, I understand that as well. Hobo Solo was one of those series that was very popular. Greenland's likewise was too. I had hundreds of people watching that particular thing, which is a really nice place to be, but I'm not hung up about it. I'm quite happy. We'll often get 30 to 50 people view and then of course you do get those who come later on. Some people who like your content and actually just watch loads of series. We've got a few viewers that have said that recently, which is a really nice place to be. But I'm not a numbers watcher. It's not my job, even though it is. I have now reached the sort of threshold. I've yet to see what it actually means. I would doubt the amount of hours I put in, that it would even cover my electricity with my level of. But you don't know, yeah. And I'm not doing it for that. I always said that. This is a hobby, I enjoy doing it, and if you had to do it as a job, I mean, don't get me wrong, it would mean that I could create better content because I'd have more time to work on the editing, as in the fancy stuff more than, I could spend a bit more time, and then I would be able to do mod reviews and things like that, because, I would do that. Although I suppose there's no excuse really, I could do that now and do less let's plays really, or playthroughs as some people call them. Yeah, I've always called them Let's Plays because that used to be the name that everybody used to call them, but now people seem to call them other things as well. Wow, we've done there's a lot of bales on this. I've got to be honest, I mean, that's another fantastic thing as well, the additional straw mod, which is realistic. I mean, you've only got to look at sorghum and realise that there's an awful lot of stalks to sorghum. In fact, I'm surprised it doesn't grab more of the stalks. I suppose it's how it's programmed. The game's not really expecting you to, the giants aren't expecting you to grab the straw, but you can see that you could if you wanted. Now then, I would imagine that that's full, or very close to full. If that emptied again, oh, it is as well. Right, okay, so we really need to, the race is on, you could say. Let's get this back to I don't know what we're doing with the sorghum, whether we're selling it as sorghum or what. It does make good flour in the farmer jet, so but we really need to know what we're doing with the flour. It's no good making too much flour, and because we're going to look for some new partner. We sold. It's ticked up on the hour, but we've got a race on, so we're going to do this first because that harvest is going to need us quickly. Yeah, I'm not going to get back in time, but hopefully it won't be too long. Yeah, it's struggling. It is a big trainer for a 235 horsepower tractor, really. Yeah, you can see. I think we might have to invest in one. Yeah, full price. I think it's got to be top priority. So if we don't get one September morning, which is unlikely, although, I suppose really we've got winter to go through soon. And we are going to then be like doing all of those trees on the other side of the thing, which is going to give us an awful lot of cash. Could actually bring my favourite to... Well, also the other thing is, that's why I like the sales. We could just wait a little bit for the sales. Now then, slow down. That was a bad turning. It's a good job this is quite wide. Yeah, I've got to do something to this as well. I made a right pig's ear of this last session. Oh, yeah, I must have lost some. Yeah, that's why. No, because I've got all the. Yeah, it makes no sense. Ooh. We might actually do it. Yeah, I did make a bit of a pig's ear of this. With trying to level down the bottom, it did not work well at all. I think we're going to do it. I didn't think for 1 minute we'd actually get back, but I suppose, as I said, and this is what I was saying about location. Ooh, indicate, Mr. Smith. Because if your farm is fairly centralised, it really does assist in everything, including this, where, like, yeah, if our production had been the back road where it was, where I was originally going to put it, should I say, then really, wow, that working the baler like that is really good for getting it to finish quickly. It's keeping up quite nicely. Well, it's not keeping up, but it's doing well. Right, so we need to be almost by the straw. Yeah. Right, let's quickly grab that. Grab a few more bales, because that's going to be... is in the way a little low, so we need to, mind you, yeah, we've only got 6, so we should easily be alright. And this is what I mean by dynamism. I keep going on about dynamic sessions. It is where you like push on and you try and do as much as you possibly can to squeeze in as much into a session as possible, but without it getting a little bit too crowded. Most of it on Hobo's Hollow was the one that taught me that the best, because you've got to get your teams right, and there's a lot of switching in and out and grabbing stuff. Most of that you try to do at the beginning of the session, where you get everybody ready before you start the session, which is why frequently I say I'm going to prepare for the next session. I do show you that on camera, because I do like to be as transparent as possible, but sometimes there's a little bit of prep that you do at the beginning of the session, like setting the courseplay courses. That's not the most in. Oh, you see that was definitely me as well, because I heard it doing its thing where it's travelling along the rails. Yeah, that's what breaks immersion, when you're not, when you're too concentrated on things and you're not, when it's travelling on the rails, it's almost like that head's invisible. Right, now we need to shift that as we're passing, and that's what I'm saying. Most of it is, again, Romboz is another Let's Play that taught me a lot of switching in and out a lot. You've got to pay attention, because if you wanted to be doing things dynamically, you've got to be on the ball with pretty much everything. I must admit, I once had one content creator say, I think it was meant as an insult, that he likened me to a farm manager, and I thought, well, yeah, but that's what we are. We're managing a farm. It's your job to have the overview as the farm manager, to literally, you're the one that's the, what do you call the orchestra man who's the symphony guy who's directing, or gal for that matter. Yeah, that person, you're directing, really, and it's your job to direct the team. That's your job. So to be classed as a farm manager may have been meant as an insult, but really it's a compliment, because that's really what we all are. Whether you've got a team of 1 or you've got a team of 7, you're still managing your farm, you're still managing your team. It's a little bit of cleanup, but not a lot. Yeah, there's some blobs. It's nice to see Corsebay does that too. Leaves these big blobs sometimes. I don't know why. You'd have thought it would have gone through it a little, like. But yeah, all the turns are always. Yeah, it's weird. Now the Sintrack can do that. You can actually put that a special thing in for the Sintrack. Now is that a little bit close? Why is the baler not bailing this line? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.